lane when I pass in the street. Bag of money in the passenger seat. Simcoe's been asking for me on the road from the west to the east. Way up, I might never come down, cause the coast racking up the flame.
What's up? Welcome back to your favorite show, the best show,
here, man.
the only show that I am a regular on. This is We're Not Famous with Sam and Jernavis.
And we have a special guest today, Mr. Eli. Make sure I pronounce it right. Halpern,
Yep.
correct?
Thanks for having me.
And congratulations on your tour, right? For South Florida. Well, you've been touring for how long?
Yeah, I was on tour in Europe for like a month and a half, and I'm still touring. I got a week of shows here in Florida, and then I got another week of shows in New York, and then we're wrapping it up at the end of September.
What's the name of your tour?
I called it the Degenerate Icon Tour because I took a Facebook or an Instagram poll, and that's what people voted on, and I was like, sure, whatever. It doesn't really matter. It was marketed like twice.
Got it.
Not sticking to it, but that's the name that I put on a few things.
Got it. And what was the meaning behind that?
Well, to many people, I am a source of inspiration.
Okay.
For many obvious reasons, if you know me. But if you really know me, you know that I also have a long history of degeneracy, despite my latest attempts to rebirth. You know, it's still an integral part of my material.
Got it.
So I talk about like doing drugs and just being a piece of shit a lot on stage. And then off stage, I'm mostly sober and I don't really get too crazy anymore.
Okay.
So you don't do a lot of drugs anymore.
I mean, do you have any?
Well, audience,
comment.
Well, we didn't even say everyone, audience. He's a comedian, so I just want you guys to understand this is going to be a very funny episode, hands down. Because we didn't announce that.
But don't set the bar too high. I mean,
Yeah, so
I'm thinking on my feet here.
Everything we say on here is comedy.
Yeah. Try to keep it PG-13 or R today.
I don't care. It could be X.
Okay, love it.
It could be rated X. Eli just got back from a sex club in Berlin. He was telling me about.
Wow.
oh yeah, that was wild.
Berlin. I'm a fan of it.
You played basketball in Berlin.
Yeah,
didn't you?
I'm a huge fan. That's why when you use that, I don't know if it was the district or what.
It was called the Kit Kat Club. Also, I know like 4 dudes who have lived in Berlin, and they're all tall black guys. I don't know.
Are they all gay too?
I don't know what the connection is.
This is out here. Well, listen, Eli. Before we get into this, we want to learn more about your background, your origin. Where were you born? How was the upbringing?
I'm originally from Irvine, California, and then I went to school in Santa Barbara, and then I moved to San Diego and worked at a mortgage brokerage for a little bit. Then I decided to do comedy after traveling the world a little bit and moved to LA. And then when the pandemic hit, that's when I moved to Austin.
You were a mortgage broker?
Yeah.
In what years?
I was a loan officer from 2014 to 16 or something like that.
So after the crisis.
Yeah.
But before that, I mean, you're tall. Did you play any sports or anything in high school at all?
No, I didn't get tall until I was like 18, 19.
Got it.
I was small and then I just shot up.
What were you like in high school?
Gay.
Were you
Went through a big gay phase.
class clown? I mean,
I don't know. I kind of blocked most of my childhood out.
okay. For intentionally or why?
I wasn't happy as a kid. My whole childhood, I was just very upset that I was small and had no money.
Okay.
And now I'm huge and I have money, so I'm really happy about being an adult. A lot of people complain about adulting and having to pay bills and stuff. But if you can actually afford your bills, adulting is actually really awesome.
That's a very, very true.
Sometimes I have ice cream for breakfast and no one can stop me. It's great.
Would you say you're from humble beginnings?
No, my parents we weren't poor.
Okay.
I'm sure a lot of people would call me rich.
Today or back then?
No, the way he grew up.
Oh, okay.
Can I ask what your parents did?
My dad was the CEO of an assisted living facility, and my mom was a dental hygienist.
Okay.
She still is, actually. She's still
Healthcare,
practicing.
baby.
My dad is retired, living on a mountain in Panama right now.
Seriously?
Just playing guitar and chilling with his dog. He's got it all figured out.
Okay. Parents still together?
No. Mom's in Southern California,
Got it. And then you went to University of...
Santa Barbara.
Did you graduate?
No, I dropped out. I was majoring in chemistry, and I found that very fascinating. I've always been intrigued by the
Breaking Bad.
workings. Well, that came out later. Actually, about the same time.
Yeah. What year did you graduate in?
I graduated from high school in 2010.
Okay.
And then I dropped out of because I was just zoning out in class when I was in college, just thinking about how I need to make money now. So my first business technically was when I was like 12 years old, when my family got a Dell desktop computer.
Okay.
And I went on there and I was just figuring out Google and just typing in random words and learning about the internet and stuff. And I found eBay. And anyone can just go on and sell shit.
Yep.
So I immediately just started selling shit.
What-
So at 12 years old,
What were you selling on eBay?
I was like middlemaning products from other websites for a markup.
At 12?
And then I think, yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
That's pretty impressive.
And then life happened
So
and
you,
stuff.
you really were a nerd in high school, in middle school.
Yeah, I was like big into computers.
Okay.
Like I never played video games. I wasn't into sports. I just liked creating shit. I was really into drawing, making music. I started playing drums at 15, started playing guitar or drums at 12, guitar at 15. Yeah, it was all just about creation. Just
Did you act at all? Do any acting?
I did a little bit of acting. I think I was in a play once.
So you were in theater classes in high school?
No, I did it was I mean, kind of, yeah.
Okay.
It wasn't part of high school, but yeah, that was part of the gay phase.
Were there a lot of actors because you grew up in California, not far from LA?
No, it was, I mean, once I moved to LA, yeah, but like in my hometown, no.
So, okay, so when do you move to LA? After you drop out?
Well, yeah, not directly after. So I dropped out. I started an Amazon store. I was like, well, that eBay thing worked out. I might as well go back to that. I was selling like kitchen scales, toilet plungers, fidget spinners. That was a big one. And I was making a lot of money.
What age is this too?
20. Wow. So at about 22, I felt like I was pretty much financially free. And I was celebrating that by just being in Thailand. And I was training Muay Thai and stuff a little bit.
Okay.
Mostly just drinking. And then I was staring out into the ocean as the sun set, thinking, what do I actually want to do with my life now that I got the money part figured out? Because that was always such a concern for me. I knew that if I just got money, that I wouldn't have to listen to my parents. I wouldn't have to listen to a boss. I could have my own sovereignty. Sovereignty?
Sovereignty.
Yeah, that. and then once I got money, I was like, well, what really makes me happy? And I looked out in the ocean and I thought, being a drunk asshole. That's what really makes me happy. So I was like, I'm going to do stand-up and just go drink and just be an asshole on stage. And for the first 2 years, that's all I did. I was just a drunk asshole. It didn't go anywhere. I wasn't very good. And then it wasn't until I decided to stop drinking before I got on stage that I accelerated.
But who inspired you to kind of pursue comedy? Was there anyone, any comedian?
Well, I always looked up to Doug Stanhope, which is weird to say, because if you know who that is, he's built his whole life around
I
being
don't
a degenerate and alcoholic and stuff.
Okay.
And
Yeah, he talks about he's big weed. Weed is a huge part of his material.
no, that's Doug Benson.
So tell us a little
Doug
bit about
Stanhope's not a weed guy.
Who the fuck is Doug Stanhope? I know who that is. I should know who that is. I know
Most people don't. He's
That's why
he's
I
like your
don't-
comic's favorite comic.
He's a brown-haired guy.
yeah.
Yeah, I know. He doesn't have a bit about weed.
I'm sure he mentions it, but he does not smoke. That's like,
Really?
So tell us about So he inspired you.
yeah. I mean, a lot of comics inspired me. I mean, I remember Ron White, that tater salad special. All those guys like Premium Blend, Comedy Central presents, One Night Stand. All those Comedy Central shows would be just playing nonstop comedy when I'd come home from school.
Okay.
And I would just sit there and just absorb it. And I think I was just fascinated by the ability of controlling emotions in mass with essentially nothing more than linguistics. I found that fascinating. Which also relates to this whole rabbit hole of the occult that I later got interested in, with how manifestation boils down to creating reality with your words. Like abracadabra, the magic word, you know.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking
Abracadabra comes from Aramaic, which means I create as I speak. And the cornerstone of manifestation is affirmations and saying things as if they already are. Like, I'm healthy, I'm rich, and affirming yourself to reach those goals. So that's a complete opposite end of the spectrum from stand-up comedy to just elicit laughter, but it's the same principle of using words to create reality.
Love it. I'm a firm believer of affirmations. I say them daily. So that's huge.
I have Chinese affirmations. Whenever I'm sick or injured, I just go, me so healthy, me so healthy, me so healthy.
This guy here. How was the path to becoming a stand-up comedian? Like, how did I get started? What was your first place?
I mean, I'm still on it. I don't really think I've gotten very far.
You just toured. Come on. I mean, that's pretty impressive.
Anyone with
Europe.
money and an email address could do what I do. It's just reaching out to the right people. I'll be impressed with myself when I'm making real money from it. But
well, tell me this though: how did you get your first show? Was it a cold call? Do you have a manager? Do you
never had a manager. Everything I've done has been all me. My first mic was at the La Jolla Comedy Store, San Diego, La Jolla.
Yeah.
And I had written out a paragraph, and I had like memorized it word for word.
Wow.
And it went good. My first set was good. And I forgot it halfway through, and I went, fuck. And I pulled out the paper, and I didn't bomb. It was fine.
It was an open mic?
Yeah, yeah.
And you remembered everything.
No. I forgot halfway through, and I had to pull out the paper.
Wow.
But that got a laugh.
Yeah, I bet.
And the whole script was just about how I was an alcoholic. And I was 20 at the time. So
You were illegally.
I wasn't even old enough to
Amazing.
be in the comedy club. I had to wait
That's
outside. Then they told me when it was my turn. I go up. I talk about how I'm an alcoholic, and then I have to leave.
So hold on. This is pretty amazing to me. So you're 20 years old. You had the confidence to contact that location. You had the belief system, right? To speak to this, whoever the guy is, right? The bar manager, whoever it is, to sell yourself. And this is your first time.
It's an open mic. There not much goes into it. All you have to do is show up and sign your name up.
Still, you're 20 years old. That's huge. It takes a lot of beliefs. I think
It takes balls to get up on stage.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
Well,
I think
It's easy to have balls when you're hammered.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I felt like I used alcohol as training wheels for the first part of my life.
That's a strategy, though.
And now, whenever I do things that would give me anxiety, I just remember, like, I've already done this hammered. Like, I can just tap into that.
See that right there?
But you don't drink anymore, right?
No.
When did you stop drinking?
I mean, I've relapsed a handful of times, but I officially decided that I no longer wanted it in my life about 5 years ago.
Are you in like AA or any of these programs, or just cold turkey? You quit yourself?
Yeah, I just woke up one day and I was like, I don't need it. Well, I started taking a lot of mushrooms. And then I use the mushrooms to like convince myself that I don't need it.
Got
Because
it.
they like rewire your brain and stuff, you know?
Oh.
But then I was addicted to mushrooms. So I'm like doing mushrooms every day. Like an eighth
It's
every day for 2 years. And that's the point where I was like, okay, I need to go fully sober. Like I cannot, like I wasn't addicted to any one thing besides alcohol. It was just, I always needed something in the system. Just, I couldn't just raw dog life. And then one day I realized like, that's kind of gay. Like that's not much different than a middle-aged Karen being like, I need my antidepressants to get through the day, you know? So I just woke up one day and I was like, I'm done. I'm sober. And then I went sober for like almost a year or something. And then I went on tour with Uncle Laser and drank a bunch of whiskey and did a bunch of blow, and I had such a good time. It was the most fun I'd had in a year. And I was like, fucking, why am I doing this to myself? I don't need to be sober. It's like, I wasn't one of those people that had a problem.
Right.
I
You
can
could
have
stop.
a few
You
beers.
can stop at any time. It seems
Yeah.
like you were in control of this, I guess, quote unquote, addiction in a sense.
Yeah. And part of it too was like, I enjoyed throwing myself into rock bottom so I could dig myself out of it.
Wow.
Like, because, you know, chasing happiness will leave you drained. So my thought process was chasing misery would lead to happiness. And in a fucked up way, I was right. Because after smoking crack for 6 hours and then the next day waking up being like, I shouldn't have done that. I got to get my shit together. That day would be great.
Got it. Have you ever been to therapy?
Yeah, a lot.
Same. I've
They
been to
like
therapy,
pushed me into therapy when I was a kid.
Oh wow, you started way younger.
Yeah. I just came out like, I came out the womb just fucking weird, man. I don't know.
Where do you find inspiration for your jokes and material?
Hanging out with friends.
So you just create material, just being around us. You could just come up with some ideas and material and things.
Yeah, for sure.
So it's kind of like you'll tell a story, you'll riff on something, we all laugh, and you go, this could be in my set.
Yeah. I mean, that's pretty much how it started. Like, I started writing jokes when I was 18,
Okay.
and I wasn't necessarily having like a intention to become a stand-up comedian per se, but I just had these thoughts, and they were good thoughts, and no one else was saying them. So I wrote them down, and then I just kept writing them down. And then once I started doing comedy, people would ask me stuff like, you know, how do you, like, you're so funny, where do you come up with this stuff? And I'm like, I'm not even the funniest one of my friends. I'm just the one that writes it down.
That's deep. Wow. So what is your process? Like, give me a picture of, like, what does your process look like? Do you write it down? Or are you like Jay-Z, where you just keep it in your brain? You know, how do you go about this whole creating your material and jokes?
I write it down. As
Okay.
soon as I either think of something or I say it out loud, and then I'm just like, boom, I write it down. And then, you know, I write enough of them down to where maybe like every week or so, I'll go through all of them, and then I'll take which ones fit the same theme, and then I'll patch those together. Actually, the way I came up with my first set was, so I put it all on a private Twitter account. And my thought process with that was, it timestamps it. So if anyone says that they thought of that joke first, I can scroll back and be like, no,
That's
that was
genius.
me. 2019.
That's genius.
It's won me a few arguments with friends. Too.
Oh my goodness, that's genius.
Have you dealt with like anyone stealing your jokes or anything?
I had a guy on Kill Tony say one of my jokes almost word for word, but I don't think I'd never seen him before. I don't think he went out of his way to steal it. But I did message him and threaten him just because, you know, why not?
Yeah, like why not? But I mean, at the Laugh Factory, which my family's involved with, there's so many stories of comedians saying jokes that other people wrote. Like Robin Williams once got beat up.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a notorious joke thief.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is that common in the whole comedian industry to steal jokes?
I hear about it a lot from a lot of big guys, but there's only so many word combinations, you know? Everything's been done. Everything's been said. It's hard to have an original thought. It's hard to attribute malice to what might be incompetence, you know? So, yes, I would say that does happen. But also,
Have you stole another comedian's joke?
no.
You mean sarcastic? You seriously?
No, I've never stolen someone's joke.
Wow.
That's like a big deal.
That's what I
If you're caught stealing jokes, like you get in trouble. I've had things slip out before on stage where I'm like, oh, that was really close to something someone else said.
Okay.
I remember this one time I wrote this whole bit, and then I was like, wait, I thought I had this genius new bit, and I was like, wait, I just wrote Doug Stanhope's bit, but I never performed it. I caught myself in the writing process.
Wow.
So that's why like big comics will tell you like they don't watch specials and stuff because you don't want it to like get in your head. And there was a big part of that where I had to like cut off my memory of like classic movies like 40-Year-Old Virgin and like all the Judd Apatow movies and Super Bad, and because a big part of socializing and just like being a guy is like quoting those kind of movies, you know, quoting Anchorman and.
Yeah.
And I had to like get that out of my system because if you go on stage and then you're like, I have a news announcement, Cannonball, and you're like, you just stole a joke from Anchorman. It's like stealing a joke from a comedian is like debatable because it's hard to tell. But like if you're stealing it from a movie, it's like everyone knows what you're talking about.
Interesting.
I think I don't even think you should even mention other comedians while you're doing comedy. It breaks some weird wall that I don't really know how to explain. But I think just like even if you mention like South Park or something while you're doing comedy on stage, I just think that's weird. It's
Why is that? Why do you think it's weird?
well, let's see. It's kind of like if you're a stripper and then you pull out a picture of a hotter chick than you, and then they're like, "Oh yeah, that's nice." It's like you're kind of stealing their thunder.
Got it.
Yeah, but there's a way to do it where you could be like, okay, did everyone see the South Park episode last week? And then you could maybe riff on it, like, well, what I was thinking, and then maybe say like your original thought on the episode and tie it into the rest of your set.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I would never even mention it
At all.
at all.
Wow. What's the funniest thing that has happened to you while you've been on stage?
You telling me you like had like a ejaculation, like you had like a wet.
This guy here.
No, that didn't happen.
Funniest thing.
Well, that was on stage at the Berlin Club. That's different. I wasn't doing comedy. I'd probably say my first show. The first show I got booked on. So for about 2 years, I'm just going up to mics. I'm pre-gaming to do 3 minutes of terrible comedy where I just yell offensive things with no punchline.
Okay.
And I'm like looking at the notes on my phone. So I'm just going up there. Like it was terrible.
Okay.
And I'm driving down Melrose. I see a mic going on. And I'm like, well, I moved to LA for this. I can't like pussy out. I got to go in there even though I'm sober. Mm-hmm. And I was convinced. I was like, I can't be funny sober. So I'm walking in. I'm like shaking. I like want to sign up. People are looking at me like, yeah, sure, dude, whatever. I remember feeling a weird vibe. Like people looking at me like this guy's not going to be funny.
Okay.
And then I went up, and it was a mostly black room too. So I went up and crushed.
Did you really?
And I mean, if I were to see the video now, I probably wouldn't consider it that. But I did really good.
Okay.
And then I got a bunch of compliments, a bunch from black people, which a bird in the hand's worth two in the bush. That's how I think about black people compliments. Like, if a black guy says you're
means
doing
you're
good, that's like two white guys. So that gave me like the confidence to be like, oh, I can do this sober.
Got it.
And then within a month of doing sober comedy, I stopped needing my phone. I started figuring out what I was saying, and then I got booked on my first show. And my first show was brutal, man. It was in this bar in North Hollywood where it was like a Dodgers bar. And the Dodgers had just lost the World Series. So everyone's in Dodgers gear, drunk and pissed. And then the dude hosting goes up and he's like, all right, you guys ready for the comedy show? Hey, let's go Dodgers. And I'm like, bro, shut the fuck up. They just lost. Like, why are you rubbing it in? I don't know if he was trying to be a dick or if he was just autistic, but either way, relatable. And I think I was on like second or third. I think I was on third. And the first two are getting like, next, get off the stage. You suck.
Right.
And I had not drank before I got on stage for like a month at this point. And I looked around and I was like, not today, bro. Can't do it. Let me get a double shot of whiskey and a beer. I just slammed that. And then I get up on stage and I scream my whole set. And then this lady was like throwing ice at me. And she's like, no one's laughing.
Right.
And then I'm like, is anyone laughing? And then the whole place erupts and starts cheering. And
So
that was like the best moment of my life at that point.
So it went well. Sounds like it.
I mean, yeah. You know, a typical show for me is like a good portion loving it and then another portion that just hates me.
Okay.
And I think it's good to be divisive like that because it's good to know your opinion on something. It's the lukewarm that leads to obscurity.
So how do you rate your performance personally? If it was good, bad, and
Laughter volume
Yeah.
and amount.
laughter volume amount. Never heard that. Can I just laugh? You said laughter volume. Is that correct?
Yeah, because you can have like
That's
a chuckle.
Yep.
Or you can have like a spit your drink out hysterical laughing.
Are you a crowd work kind of guy?
No, not at all. I mean, these days people think that they're contributing to the show by speaking up. And if someone heckles me, I will engage them.
Okay.
And I usually have good results with that. But I don't have any desire to hear what the audience has to say. I'm the one with the microphone. I'm the one who spent all this time writing all this shit. I'm going up there to say what I want to say. I don't want to hear anyone talk, which is why I'm not in a relationship.
Which leads me to, that's a great question too, Sam. How do you deal with a tough crowd or maybe a bomb from a bad joke?
I mean, I just look at the crowd and I'm like, I could beat the fuck out of all these people. It doesn't bother me too much.
Doesn't really bother. You can move on. Just.
I mean, if there's like a comedian that I look up to that sees me bomb, that would affect me more than just a random group of strangers not laughing.
Got it.
It doesn't hurt as bad as I think it does for a lot of people. Because I have a lot of other shit going on, so it's not like all of my self-worth relies on that.
Love it, yeah.
So I can start making excuses and be like, well, I could beat these people up. I got more money than them. Like, whatever.
Yeah,
I do the same.
Well,
This
he's
is-
also like
Yeah.
you compete in martial arts.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, that was kind of it for me. You know, I've gotten beaten up in front of a lot of people. You know, rooms full of 1,000 people where I've gotten knocked out on. So it's like,
And that sucks. I haven't gotten knocked out, but I've lost fights before. And
Yeah.
It sucks.
well, TKO for me. So at the same time, it's like
Well,
that's
you weren't out cold, Sam.
Yeah, I wasn't out cold, but I TKO. And I did the first time I ever did stand up. I've only done one set, and if you can even call it that. But part of my thought process was, I'm not going to get knocked out. Like
Exactly.
Yeah,
That's what I say.
Good
Yeah.
I have
mindset,
people
though.
at my
Good
gym.
mindset.
yeah.
Good mindset.
I have like beast fighters at my gym that would be like, dude, it takes a lot of balls to go up there. And I'm like, you fucking fight people in a cage.
Right.
You're like,
Yeah.
no, but it's different. Yeah, it is different. It's way,
It's
way harder.
true. Interesting.
Fighting is fucking hard and scary.
Well,
Super
and the
scary.
nerves before going in a fight are just so insane. Like, because you're literally thinking, I might be dead. There's a not zero chance that I'm going to die in the next 10 minutes. So, like, it just does something to you. And the nerves with getting up on stage to do comedy are just not like once you've dealt with fighting, I think comedy's a walk in the park.
Absolutely. And I mean, especially for me too, I'm not really, like I said, I'm not naturally athletic, so I'm not really designed to be a fighter. It's kind of something I've forced myself into. I feel very natural doing comedy. It doesn't. It feels very easy to me.
I mean, you grew up kind of artsy, so
Yeah, but you're also a good communicator, and you have an aura of confidence too, where most men do not. They lack those two things. Their identities. Communication is something that's typically learned or seen, and then you can pick up. You seem very confident, and you also, now that I know you're a fighter, you probably run the fear. Like you're looking to do things that can kind of build that confidence, which most men don't.
right.
We run from it, at the end of the day.
It's a compliment. What's your birthday, Eli?
I don't want to publicize that.
Oh, okay.
I just told him this. I do the same. I tell him all the time. I'm the same way.
Everyone already knows where my parents live.
Mount Rushmore, funniest comedians, top 5 comedians.
Oh, man. I mean, Doug Stanhope, Louis C.K., Dave Chappelle.
Oh,
There's a lot, man. I love Mark Normand.
okay.
I love Shane Gillis. I don't think he's been around long enough to be on the Mount Rushmore.
You like our friend Jeff Dye?
Yeah, you know him?
No, we just saw him in Palm Beach, so that's
Yeah, every time I see clips of his, I'm like, he seems like just such a cool guy, like just a guy you'd want to hang out with. He has like a familiar vibe,
Yeah, and I find that he's very reasonable in his, because he's to the right. Most people in Hollywood, most people in entertainment are to the left, and I think he has a good way of reaching a left-leaning audience and sliding these right-leaning ideas into his set, which is not easy, especially if you're performing in West Hollywood as frequent as he does.
Yeah, I haven't seen him live. I've just seen clips and stuff.
What's like your typical day when you're not on stage? Like, what else do you do?
Martial arts, make music.
Oh,
I like cooking a lot. I make a lot of meat and fruit.
meat and fruit.
Yeah.
Music. What type of music you make?
Well,
What genre?
I got 4 rap albums on Spotify under the name Brody Lowballer.
Brody Lowballer.
And then I got a little music studio at my house. I got a drum set, a guitar, and a bass, and I got a looper pedal. Okay. So I'll play the rhythm of the guitar, loop it, play the bass over it, loop it, and then I'll hop on the drums and then just jam out. So I'll have these little like solo jam sessions. I'll live stream them on my YouTube channel sometimes. My YouTube's Octavius Thunder. I don't know why I have so many made up names. I think I'm schizophrenic deep down, but
5 albums. How many songs are on these albums?
10.
Well, these are real albums. These are real albums.
Yeah, I got a lot of music, and
You need to produce my next folk record. Could you?
probably. I could kind of. So the latest turn I've done with my music lately, my buddy has this show called Street Gonzo on YouTube.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, you seen it?
Yeah, you're funny. You're really funny in it.
Thanks. So that's
Street Gonzo. I'm looking up.
Yeah, I've been friends with Gary Fowles for like 10 years, and we went to college together, and we were both like absolute pieces of shit. And we're both like the 2 people out of the people we partied with that are like homeowners and have our own businesses. And so it's a lot of people fall off from college party friends, but have somehow managed to navigate the same path. And he started this show, Street Gonzo, which is basically man on the street investigative journalism Gonzo, where he's in the story, Like when the LA fires were happening, he pretended to be national security to sneak in to get the real story. And he's done some really, really impressive investigative work. And I make the music for that show. So the process for that is fun because me and Gary, we know each other so well. We've been friends for so long. So he'll just call me up and he'll be like, I need a song about Karl Malone at this protest for Trump.
Right.
And I'll just be like, all right, got it. And then I may not be the best musician, but I might be the fastest. So I'll whip up a song in like 15 minutes and send it back to him and it'll be like perfect. So those get sprinkled into the episodes, and that's been a fun little project for me because it's nice to. You can't really get writer's block when you're being directed, A lot of people want to want to be free to do whatever they want, which I am, and I do value that. But it's nice to have some structure sometimes too, because that has allowed me to make a lot of new songs in different genres that I wouldn't have done without that.
Right.
Like I've gotten into
Are they all
country
rap
and
songs?
rock.
Or-
No. Almost none of them are rap songs for Street Gonzo.
Have any of your songs gotten any attention, any views on anything, listens?
Yeah, Rogan posted my song the day I left on my tour.
Are you serious?
It's huge. Congratulations on that.
I mean, I don't think he knew that he did that. It was in. So I have a song called "Cancel Me," which is like the theme song for Street Gonzo,
Okay.
and they use it on memes. Drinkin' Bros is the podcast studio
Okay.
that puts out Street Gonzo. So that Instagram account used my songs to post memes, and it was a meme of like comparing Sydney Sweeney to Hitler or something. And then my song's in the background. And then Rogan just shared that meme to his story. So I share memes to my story all the time, and I don't know what song is on it. And sometimes I don't even realize there is a song.
That's huge.
So I don't know if he actually listened to it.
Right.
But that was pretty dope.
It's huge. Congratulations on that. It's really
And
good.
I've had one song go viral on TikTok called Bob's and Vagine, where I'm rapping in an Indian accent, and then I just had an AI video of an Indian man in a call center dancing wearing gold chains.
I gotta see this. I gotta hear this. I'm gonna go to Spotify now. Like, this is crazy to me.
It's not bad. It's really not bad.
Listen. Well, who's your favorite rapper?
My favorite rapper
Your favorite rapper?
right now, I'd probably go with Larry June.
I don't know him. Larry June. Have you heard of him?
Never heard of him.
We need to.
There's this like subsect of
Larry
hip hop where it's like pimp rap over these 80s ballad beats, where it's like Larry June, Primo Rice, Jay Worthy, Polyester the Saint, London Drugs,
Do you know any of them?
the Mussolini. You literally all those guys I just mentioned.
Right.
Every single song by them is a banger.
This is crazy.
I grew up on hip hop, so I'm really heavily influenced by hip hop. And if you listen to my music, you'll be able to hear oh, that's Too Short, or that's Sugar Free, or that's Snoop Dogg, or that. I just collect all the influences, and then I'll have a verse that sounds like this, a verse that sounds like that, and
Got it.
I think if you know hip hop, you'll be able to pick up.
I'm going
on
to
it.
listen to it now. I'm excited to listen to it now. So hold on, businessman, right? Also, what businesses do you have outside of being your own manager as a comedian?
My most known ones are Golden Cricket, where I made crickets into protein bars.
That's how I met this guy. He was selling cricket chocolate at a crypto conference.
Stop it.
Cryptocurrency. Yeah. So I was in a K-hole when I thought of that one. And then I also got another company called Disco Labs, where
Disco Labs. Okay.
make Delta 9 weed gummies.
Okay.
So those are the two main ones.
Wow. Time. How's the time? How you balance all this? What does that look like?
I mean, I got plenty of time.
So do you have a team for Disco Labs or?
No, I do everything myself.
But isn't your brother working with you?
He was, and I couldn't make enough money to justify paying him. So I'm actually really proud of him. So he moved back to California, and now he started his own business called Primal Plates, where he's doing meal prep services, servicing most of Orange County, and he's making good money. And he took everything I taught him in running a business to start that. So I'm glad I was able to benefit him, even though it wasn't through the company.
Through mentorship.
Yeah,
And how many siblings do you have?
just one.
Just one. Okay. Is it competitive?
No, I win. I'm like 9 years older than him.
Oh, okay. Got it. Got it. Biggest lesson you've learned so far in your career?
You know how they say you live and you learn? Mm-hmm. I think you just live. I don't feel like I've ever learned anything ever.
Seriously?
I feel like I've just made the same mistakes repeatedly over and over again, and I'll never figure it out. But those mistakes are not that big.
Okay.
They're not that terrible, so it's like, all right, sure, I keep accidentally leaving the milk out, but
Got it.
Right.
the house is not burning down. You know what I
Got
mean?
it. Do you think you're a good decision maker?
Yeah.
There it is. Okay. Got it. What advice would you give to an aspiring comedian?
Don't do it. Do anything else.
Seriously.
Yeah, it's an addiction, man. It's comedy has cost me so much time and money, and I've gotten nothing back from it. But it's a lot of fun.
So what's fun about it then?
Saying the most depraved shit and then making a room of people laugh.
Wow.
That is fun.
Have you ever?
It's also kind of fun to piss people off, but I don't want to piss off the whole room. If the room's laughing and then one person gets pissed off, perfect.
Got it.
Have you ever gotten laid out of a set? Like with girls, like your set was so good, I want to go home with you.
Twice,
Wow.
and it was both within the last year.
Oh wow.
Okay. What kind of jokes did you tell in that set?
The same as always.
And it just did something to one of them.
Well, it's not like they came up to me and they're like, that was so good, I want to sleep with you. It was more like I was talking to them and the groundwork had been laid because they already knew what I was about. So it just
Yeah.
made the socializing easier.
Okay. Yeah. I get it. So you were there's no like, let me show you that I'm funny. Let me show you what I believe. They had just seen, the trailer of who you are.
I'd say if anything, it hurts. I'd say if anything, my comedy cock blocks me.
Wow. Why?
I'm fucked up. I don't know.
I gotta watch. Yeah, this is interesting. To me.
No, I believe that. First of all, it's a weird thing to do. It's unnatural to
Okay.
get on stage and like say your inner thoughts. And like say the most twisted, fucked up shit you've thought of that could potentially make someone laugh. Like, I mean, there is a chance that a girl will be like attracted to that and be like, I've had that thought. Oh my God, that's hilarious. But a lot of times it's like,
There's no way a woman comes to my show and had the same thought as me.
Got it. How many comedy shows have you done? You think just a random?
Oh, dude, I don't know, man. Like 1,000.
he's doing like 5 this week. He's here for like 6 days.
Aspiring comedians. Did you hear what he just said? 1,000 shows. That's amazing. It's like reps, like in like practicing an armbar. Like it's learn how to
It's reps. It totally
reps.
is.
Wow.
Do you still get nervous before you go on stage?
I never really got nervous before I went on stage. It may seem like I'm nervous because before I go up, I have to be silent and I pace. But I'm thinking, I'm like, okay, I got to say this, don't leave out that part, da, da, da. So I'm going through what I'm going to say. And I don't think that is anxiety, that I'm preparing.
You're preparing.
Anxiety is like, oh no, what if this doesn't go well? That's not what I'm thinking. I don't have time to think about what if this doesn't go well. I'm just thinking about what I have to say. And also, getting nervous is good for comedy. That's why I didn't get anywhere when I was drinking. Because drinking takes the edge off, right? But if you take the edge off, then you're not sharp. That's what the edge is for. So if you go up there and you're worried, what if I don't do well? I have to make these people laugh. You're more likely to have a better performance than if you're like, I don't give a fuck. Because I would go up and I would bomb and I wouldn't care. And I didn't get anywhere. There was no benefit to just going up there drunk and yelling some shit. It wasn't advancing me. And I wouldn't even remember it because I was hammered. So it was just really a waste of 2 years trying to do comedy drunk.
Interesting to me.
No, that makes
Yeah,
makes
it
sense
does.
to
That's
me.
what I'm saying.
That makes a lot of sense.
It's pretty
to me.
amazing.
Anxiety is one of the most useful things you can have. Without anxiety, we would all be dead. We wouldn't look both ways before crossing the street. We wouldn't check the expiration date on the milk before taking a sip of it. All these little moments where a fear is built in to protect you.
I agree, for sure.
Yeah. I also think it's different. I think it's for musicians it's different because a comedian really needs to be in touch with the audience, whereas a musician it's more so going through the motions. That if you have some nerves, it could mess with your motor skills a little bit more. So I think it could potentially be more beneficial to a musician to get wasted before or not wasted, or to have a drink or two before they go on.
All my musician friends would agree with that.
Yeah.
They do better when they're intoxicated.
Yeah.
I wish you could do that for sports.
I'm sure there's some guys who
Jiu-jitsu, weed. A lot of jiu-jitsu guys rely on weed before they roll.
That's true. Yeah.
Wow. Is that right?
I have friends
heard
that hit the dab pen right before they got on the cage for an MMA fight.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Wow. Eli, do you think you're famous?
No.
No?
No.
Wow. Okay. That's interesting. What's your definition of being famous?
When people come up to you on the street and want a picture with you. I have friends that are famous. I know what it's like when...
So you know the extent
Yeah,
of the
it's
difference.
very, very different.
Ah.
I'm well known in my city.
Okay. Which is,
But,
what would you say your city is?
Austin, Texas.
Austin. Love Austin. Wow.
For better or for worse.
Do you love Austin?
Love Austin. Leander, Round Rock. I love it. Huge
I love
fan.
Austin, man.
Yeah. People, you don't love Austin?
I like Austin. I don't love Austin.
I love it.
Well, I've built a very intentional life there. You know, just fitting in all of my favorite things: music, jiu-jitsu, comedy.
Yeah.
I have a house. It's just like I built a perfect life in Austin to where I was trying to defend America when I was over in Europe. I was having a lot of people shit talk America to me. And then I'm like, America's great. What are you talking about? I got a house and a dog. And then I'm like, oh, wait, I'm just saying how my life is cool.
Oh.
Yeah, there's a lot of people who don't have cool lives
You
here.
better believe it, for
Yeah.
sure.
Most people, yeah. But I don't associate with those people, man. I don't think I really know anyone that has like a 9 to 5.
Seriously.
No one I talk to on a regular basis.
Smart.
Well, Austin's also a weird city. Well, there are a lot of like tech workers in Austin, but it's a lot of like people who have...
I don't know the tech guys. I hear from girls that they complain about the tech guys being boring on dates and stuff. But I don't associate with them. I haven't seen them around. I don't know what their deal is.
Yeah.
So, like, in this stage of life, what do you, like, really focus on? Because I know you kind of whispered with where you are.
I'm focused on comedy right now.
100%?
Yeah.
Where do you see that going, or what's the big vision for that?
I see me crashing out and quitting and trying to make money again.
In another field?
Don't speak that into existence, man.
I think he's being sarcastic. He's not. He's a positive person for sure. Where do you? Where do you see this? Is there a big goal that you have for?
Yeah, I would love to make at least $10,000 a month from stand-up alone. That would be cool.
Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it.
I mean, it's crazy how little they pay comedians.
What does that look like?
Even big time guys. I mean, unless you're like, you know, booking Madison Square Garden or booking like your own venue and selling it out. But if you're just like doing a set, I don't want to say because, you know, I know some very close people who are in the business, but it's not
pennies.
a lot. Yeah.
What's your time frame to reach this goal? Do you have a time frame where you're just going to give this 110% before you kind of like, you know, it's time for me to maybe pivot?
I mean, I don't really think in terms of goals like that. I just think about what I have to do for the day. And if I got a show that day, great. I don't... I'm a pretty negative person. So I think... My whole life, I have predicted that I was going to end up dead or in jail or homeless.
Seriously, Eli.
The whole time. The whole time, I was like, none of this is ever going to work out. Everything is going to crash and burn. I'm going to be a complete loser on the streets or in jail. And I consistently keep getting better in life. So...
How are your parents? Are they, you know, excited? Do they praise, acknowledge your success so far?
Yeah. My parents are super proud of me.
That's super cool.
How could they not be? I'm killing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My dad didn't like my material for a while, and now he's finally like, "Oh, you gotten so much better."
And he's been to multiple shows and stuff to show support.
I think he's been to one show. Like I said, he lives in another country.
Got it. What about mom?
No, she's not been to a show.
Never.
No, I would not. I don't think that'd be a good idea. She's the type that would like heckle,
Okay.
and then I'd be like, "This is embarrassing."
Got it.
Would she not approve of your set?
It's not that. I just feel like she would like. I remember when you're on your 6th birthday when just some random shit like that.
Would you say she's your biggest supporter?
She's never been to a show.
No, but that's but still. I mean,
She comments on a lot of my YouTube videos. She's a big supporter of me. She's very proud of me.
yeah, I think my mother can go to a lot of my games.
My dad stopped texting me back because I started JQing him too much.
What?
Nah.
Yeah, we can't get into that. We're on YouTube.
Okay. Well, Eli, go ahead.
Oh no, go. Jay.
No, I was just gonna tell them we appreciate. I mean, I gain a lot of information, knowledge about if I wanted to become a comedian. It's kind of interesting.
How would you advise Jay on becoming a comedian at this point in his life?
Do you want to be a comedian?
Absolutely not.
Come on.
Yeah.
The real question is, how would you advise Sam to become a comedian? That's the real question. If you can,
Well, I'm
mentor
a
him.
nepo baby in comedy right now. So
All right.
Yeah. You could just be like, you could just
I
pop up.
could actually just do it. I mean, for me, it's just like I don't think I don't have the fear to get up and perform. It would just be like actually like sitting down and writing a set and working on it and like being like, this is what I want to do. But I've got so many other stupid projects I do.
What he's saying is, Eli, he's interested. Can you please explain to him what would be the
If I were
mentorship?
you,
Yes,
I
please.
would utilize my family and contacts. And then do a shit ton of mics because all the contacts in the world can't help you get better at comedy.
Right. Yeah. So just
It's like someone lining up a contract for you to get in the ring with Floyd Mayweather and you've never trained before. It's
right. Well, what about television movies? Did you ever want to get into that?
yeah, I mean, when I was in LA, I was doing the whole going to auditions and
Oh, really?
I was on a few like dating shows.
Okay.
Like reality dating? Like,
It was just a one-off.
oh yeah.
It wasn't like a whole season. It was just one little episode, like one day shooting.
Okay.
I think most of them were pilots that never got picked up. I was on one Justice with Judge Maybelline, which is like Judge Judy, but she's black.
Got it.
And
So those are scripted.
yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so dude, this is a wild story actually. I was my character was an Alabama football player that knocked
He looks
up
the part.
my girlfriend. And then we were doing a long distance relationship and I was giving her money for food and stuff cuz she was pregnant.
Okay.
And I'm like being a nice guy to help her out cuz she's got a baby in her and stuff. And then it turned out that she lost the baby but didn't tell me, but kept taking my money. So that was the premise.
That's a great premise. Great. I'd watch this.
So I was saying that she was never pregnant at all. And dude, it's been so long, I can't tell the story properly, but I kept throwing around the word fetus. And they were like, can you stop saying fetus? And I'm
Is
like,
this on
that's what
YouTube?
we're talking about here. I have no idea where this is. If I ever blow up, someone will be able to dig it up, but
Got it.
I'm pretty sure it did air. And then so basically we're like, at the podiums and stuff, and she's got the gavel and it's a fake audience, and they kept having it cut because I was cracking everyone up. I wish I fucking remembered what happened. This was like 12 years ago. And then she has a printout of a scan from the doctor that says that she got a scan to show that there was a fetus. And she brings it to the judge, and the judge is like, this just says you got a scan. There's no proof that there was a fetus. I got everyone to start saying the word fetus. It was really funny. And I had previously asked about it. I'm like, can I say that it was never there? And they're like, no, this paper says there was proof that it was there. And I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. I'm just trying to figure out how to win this. This is like a game show to me, right? So there was no proof that there was ever a fetus. And I was like, Your Honor, she's nothing more than a Nigerian scammer just trying to steal all my whatever. And then the judge slams the gavel and she's like, I rule in favor of the defendant. And may God have mercy on your soul, young lady. How could you take advantage of this boy like that? And she starts sobbing uncontrollably. And then they cut the cameras. And I'm like, wow, what a great actor. She's like crying on cue. And I went up to be like, hey, good job. And she's like, get away from me. And I'm like, oh, she's serious right now? She was actually
made her cry.
sobbing. I made a woman cry on national television on accident.
Wow.
And then we had to wait in the green room to get our check for, I think it was like $75 for the day. And
That's it.
and it's just me and her just sitting in the green room while she's just sitting there sobbing. And I'm just like, fucking, can we hurry this up? And then the people come in to give us our check. And she's like, please, can you please just delete that? Like, don't air that. And then they're like, yeah, you remember like all that paperwork you signed before this?
Yeah.
That was kind of the whole point of that. And then, I don't know what happened to that footage.
That's crazy.
But I wanted to add something. I meant to finish the story earlier. So the way I formulated my stand-up blueprint for my set was, I told you I was like just tweeting shit.
Yeah.
And I just had a bunch of tweets out of order, just whatever popped into my head or made people laugh, I just wrote it down. So I'm in Thailand on this trip where I realized I want to do comedy. And I meet this guy. He offers me meth. And I'm like, hey, I mean, no one becomes a meth head in Thailand. Time and place, right? When in Rome. So I'm like, sure, I'll try anything until I form a crippling addiction to it. And looking back, I think he was probably trying to fuck me. But
A guy?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so he had like a meth pipe that went into a bubbler.
Okay.
And he heats it up, and I hit it, and I blow it out, and I'm like, nothing happened. He's like, keep hitting it. I hit it a few more times, and I feel everything fucking zoom in. And he's like, yeah, we're going to smoke this. We're going to go out. We're going to go party. And I'm like, yeah, sounds good, dude. As soon as this meth kicks in, I'm like, I just get real quiet and serious. I'm like, you know what? You go have a good time. I'm going to stay here. And he's like, all right. And then he leaves. And then I just open my computer. I download all of the texts from all the tweets I had. I used some website to like give me the plain text of all my tweets. And then I drag them to this Word file. And I sat there for like 6 hours just putting them in place, like putting all the jokes that were about the same thing, putting them next to each other. And then I made it into one long cohesive set that like, it took all these little one-liners and single jokes and turned it into a whole thread of that has like a flow from topic to topic, and that was like my blueprint for stand-up that I used for like years on after that.
While being high. I know it's there. Go ahead.
Well, it's like Adderall, right?
Yeah.
It makes you focus. It gives you a little kick in the ass. Yeah.
Meth does.
I don't know firsthand.
Okay.
I've never smoked meth.
I
But
do, and it does.
I have done.
Okay.
I have done Adderall, and I hear they're very similar.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, where can we catch you tonight?
I'm gonna be at.
This is airing in 2 weeks, so. Yeah.
In 2 weeks, I'll be in New York. Actually, no, I'll be back in Austin.
Be back in Austin?
But tonight, September 17th.
Absolutely.
I got a show in Boca Raton.
You'll never believe this, man. He's playing Prosperity Breweries, which is the venue I put Token Champ machines at.
Wow.
How crazy is that? Yeah.
Crazy. And then Thursday, you're at?
I got nothing Thursday.
None Thursday.
I
Friday.
got 2 shows on Saturday and then a show on Sunday. And then Monday I'm out to New York City and I got 5 shows there.
Wow. You're in New York for how long?
5 days.
What part of New York are you staying in?
Brooklyn, Williamsburg.
Love it.
Okay. Eli Halpern. This was awesome.
Yeah, thanks.
Absolutely.
This was cool.
Oh yeah,
might-
follow me on Instagram at Eli Halpern Comedy.
Elon Hopkins comedy.
Ladies and gentlemen, this was We're Not Famous with Sam and Jernavis
We
with our
appreciate
guest
you.
Eli.
We
Like
appreciate you,
and
man.
subscribe. And thanks for listening.
Thank you.
Fast lane when I pass in the street, bag of money in the passenger seat. Tenfold's been asking for me on the road from the west to the east. Way up, I might never come down, cause the coast racking up the flame out.